Greetings, I am Lies and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal and I use they, them.
And let's play a game
together. Sometimes I honestly feel like the people on NPR, just so you know. Anyway, if I ever start acting like that, someone please put me out of my misery.
Gladly, if you'll do me the same courtesy. I'll put you out of your misery, and then you'll have to put me out of mine. Hang on. Nobody asked you to. Shut up.
Valerius and the Hierophant raise their eyebrows at the same time, then take long, judgmental drinks of wine in unison. Because we just wanted to meme.
We did want to meme.
We did really just want to meme. Because again, I'm like, this doesn't mean as much to me. And I'm still going to reiterate, because of all the shit that has come previously, which is to say there hasn't been any shit previously and we have no connection with what the hell's going on.
I was just say, I enjoy the fact that they are showing that there is real parallels between Valerius and the Hierophant's behavior, but they haven't done it with anyone else. So I'm saying, are we saying that Valerius has a much stronger and closer connection than anybody else with their Arcana?
Which seems really weird.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that he was, quote, so easily corrupted and also doesn't have any special powers or any connection. Like, so far we've seen a mark on Julian and we've seen a mark on Nadia, and I'm pretty sure Asser has one. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody else has one, because they mentioned that, you know, Muriel constantly disappears from everybody's brain, so, you know...
Unison.
Wine in unison. I look back at Nadia one last time. She nods in assent and gestures for me to continue.
I look back at her, still hiding behind me.
With her arms wrapped around me. It's really fucking awkward, just so you know.
It's super difficult to look back at her.
When I pull the power up to my fingertips now, I can feel it thrumming up to my fingers. I can feel it thrumming at the tips. Why? I can feel it thrumming. You could just have fingertips and then you could get rid of 3 words. Dancing like electricity.
Concision. All things.
Which is really funny because I repeatedly have always gotten critiqued for being incredibly fucking wordy and will not shut up.
At the same time, you go, no, less is more.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's the thing, is because that's the thing I've been critiqued on, so it's a thing I'm very aware of, you know? Yep. Before me, chains appear wrapped tight around Luchio's body. There are so many of them, I can hardly see him at all. And yet he has an amazing people form. Because I would imagine that even if it was the fool's body, he would still look like a monster, because that's what he looks like now.
Also, we keep seeing him as a monster. Ghost him. So...
Do you know what this also, though, confirms?
What?
That for some reason, both Lucio and Valerius either didn't make enough deals, didn't have enough powerful deals, or just... like, for some reason, we can just... There's basically what I'm talking about is the canonical... Why did the courtiers look like that? And why then do Lucio and Valerius not?
Have normal skin colors?
Because as far as I can tell, Lucio should totally look like a mess. And Valerius, because they didn't even describe Volta in this way, remember?
Nope.
Or even Wormy Boy, Blastamel. I'm a little confused right now going, so I'm like... Does really everyone just go, that is normal? People just have sharp teeth in this world.
And pale, clammy-looking skin.
Exactly. It's incredibly diegetic. And you're like, okay. It is actually an in-universe thing that people... there are some people just look like that.
And going, and no one ever questions, you know, do they have a different heritage?
Yeah, you don't even have your MC who goes, hey, I've never potentially seen them before. I could go, what the hell is that?
Do they have a different, line of descent? Are they foreign? What is their ethnic background?
Right?
They look as though they have a similar ethnic background to some degree.
I can hardly see him at all. When I touch them, nothing happens.
Do they have a texture? Do they have a temperature? Everything else seems to have a temperature when you touch it, or feel like something. When I touch them, I feel nothing.
Do you know what makes me giggle? Okay, I've been holding back on this for a while, but I have been thinking about it. This is like, the story, the Christmas Carol, and everybody has chains.
Oh my God!
They were the chains I forged in life! They were as long and as heavy as these 7 Christmases ago! I keep hearing Christmas Carol every time they talk about chains weighing you down, chains, but I'm like, hee.
That's hilarious.
I'm not saying it's a bad one, because honestly, it works really well as a visual metaphor and as a literal thing.
I'm also very interested that apparently when you have the fool's body, it takes the shape of, basically it behaves as if you're in the Matrix and takes on your ideal form. And the reason the MC is so fucking hot to everyone is because they have their ideal body at all times.
That would actually be really interesting.
Because this is Lucio's ideal body, despite all of his deals and the fact that his ghost, his literal spirit, looks like a goat. It doesn't come out physically at all.
Weird question. How do you know who you are if you've never
Been?
defined yourself or been?
That's a good question.
You look like your ideal self. What is that?
Well, that's why I'd say maybe it does that, but who knows?
Like, again, I'm like, there's so many interesting philosophical questions potentially teased at, but they're just there.
They're just there.
Dropped off a cliff. Slowly, I began to unravel them from his body.
Fine, Corazon, I will unravel the philosophical questions from this body. Okay.
Not breaking them, but unwinding them like a snarled trap.
Okay. Are you even doing anything? What are you tickling? The air?
Why are you tickling the air?
Why? Why are you tickling the air?
I love that you're like, oh, that sounds like a weird sentence. I'll try to fix it. You didn't read it right.
Be quiet and let Corazon work.
I pinch his bottom for good measure. No,
I
I'm kidding.
kick him
I wouldn't do it.
in the chin, says
Yes.
Nadia.
I tune out everything around me. All the chatter, all the movement. Who's talking?
There's chatter, there's movement. I thought everyone was standing around judging Lucio, and Lucio, as far as I know, is still kneeling.
Uh-huh.
So there's chatter and movement? I think you've forgotten where you were. There's only 4 people in this room, and none of them are talking. We're all just judging.
Yeah, I was about to say, Valerius and Hierophant are drinking in unison, judging.
Or if you
and then
say-
Nadia doesn't want to hear shit from
What we're
Lucio.
saying is the 2 things that were just spoken and are done being spoken and are no longer happening, I tuned those out.
Right. Okay.
That's all I get.
All the chatter, all the movement. It's just me and these chains. It's really up close and personal. When I reach the end of the tangle, I can see that the last chain is wrapped around Lucio's neck like a collar, because we still have to be somewhat kinky here.
You're
and
also
he is
going-
still down on his knees.
You're also going to find out that Lucio was somehow different than everyone else.
Somehow, magically, he's a sparkle
okay.
boy. All I have to do is reach out and block it off, and the whole length shatters into brilliant light.
Interesting.
Amazing. I'm thrown backwards from the force of it, right into Nadia's waiting arms, but she was leaning over me, holding on to me, and she continued to do so as we went into
So
the started
basically,
hurricane.
both of us got thrown backwards because she was already leaning against me.
DBZ style, smash
Cuddled-
against the wall.
Yeah, she was cuddled against my back, holding on to me, leaning over me to talk to Lucio, and so I don't get thrown back into her. The 2 of us are thrown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Amazing. Right into Nadia's waiting arms.
There's no waiting arms. They're already around you.
Too late.
She lets go as you start to get thrown back so she can wrap them around you as you go flying across the room.
She goes, noodle arms!
And then holds on. Are you alright? Smashed against the wall, sliding
Ow!
to the floor. Are you still with me? Because I don't know if I'm...
Corazon
With you.
looks at her in a really funny way. It's made up. You don't need pain.
Oh, right, I forgot we don't have bodies. Shit, I forgot that we're trying to get your body, aren't we? Did you get it back? You've done the magic. What happened? Hang on, I need to see. Is there a Lucio?
Corazon, I hate everything. Her strong grip holds me up from the floor. I reach up shakily and brush my fingers along her cheek. No, I don't, because I don't casually affection.
Also because I have to reach up to her face, which I get hands are down here,
Uh-huh.
but also like,
You just fell to the floor?
no, she
My first
keeps-
thought is you boinks, you go backwards like this, into her chest.
Uh-huh.
And then you
And then you reach up
over your head,
over your shoulder,
Yep.
and pat the person
Pat
behind
it.
you. So you know that gesture where you can reach up and like touch the back of your head? Instead, you're touching the side of her face. So yeah, that one. You do it. Also that awkward of, she looks down at me and you're like, I'm looking over my shoulder back at you.
Hey, baby, what's up?
Hello.
Aja. I'm all right.
It's fine. You're all right.
She repeats the words as she leans forward, dipping me lower, and kisses me fiercely.
She leans forward over my shoulder.
Breaks my back into a gesture.
I'm also like,
also doesn't happen.
does she rotate you first, or is it just you're against my chest, and I dip you lower against my chest, so I push your shoulders down past my titties. So I can tip your head back against my solar plexus, so I can lean over and kiss you.
You know what I love? Honestly, people seem to forget when you have boobs, that like the boobs are also going to get in the way, so you have to kiss over your boobs. Especially like her corset outfits, because they all seem to like seriously be like, tit!
Yes.
Up here! Even though it looks like she doesn't have a lot necessarily.
No, but it's just like,
But
it's very lifted.
like you have to...
But also it's like, it's roll the MC's head
long
back
extendo lips.
so that, you know, the crown of their head is pushed between her titties, and she leans forward and just...
And kisses me fiercely.
I don't think you can get a fierce kiss in that position.
I feel more solid somehow, more real. Slowly I flex my fingers and then tangle them in her hair.
Why?
I'm back! I have my body back! Nadia!
Says deeply. Says into the
Her
fierce
face.
kiss.
I bite Nadia's tongue.
Have you-
It is a mistake, but she finds it kinky.
Okay. I don't have any like mouth here, but this would be fucking hilarious to like just grab someone's face and be like, I'm kissing them deeply, tongue in mouth, just
Rude.
massive, and then being like, I'm back! I have my body back into their throat. Because that's all I'm seeing here. But also, like,
That
again,
just sounds
in a
really
position
awkward.
where one's behind the other, and they're, you know, with their heads tipped straight back into their chest, and they're leaned over them, and then they just scream up into their mouth. Nadia, chin to your forehead. What? Sorry, throat to your forehead. It worked. Honestly, Corazon could be like, you've leaned down to try and kiss me. Corazon flatly. I have my body back. That would be Corazon.
I have my body back. She lifts me up into the air, twirling me as she laughs.
Okay, again, imagine your MC is the size of Muriel. And if they are, she is strong as fuck. She's as strong as Ash Ketchum and can hold all the Pokemon.
Which can sometimes weigh up to several tons, and he just has them out on his arm.
Gently.
Like, it's so peak funny. I'm just like, they
You're
really did not consider, you can play whatever you want. No, actually you can't.
They
You have
really
actually
should tell you you are a small person who is, like, basically, okay, so it's really easy to be like, you can play whatever you want, but these details are set.
Right.
Going, you know, you are a young, intrepid explorer. You're a bit shorter than average, but you make up for it in attitude. And then that's it. You fill in everything else yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And they could have just put that in here real easy, except for, like, you are young and, you know, basically open-minded. You are curious, except for this character isn't. I was just say, and, you know, small.
I was gonna be like, don't go the curious route. We've already established how incurious we are.
You are completely not
twirling
curious.
me as she laughs.
Nyum. You are brilliant. The brightest mind of our age. You are Hermione.
You've done a magic! You're the brightest Astra. My chopped liver. Muriel. Rude.
I say, the brightest witch of your age. I mean, wizard of your age.
Wizard of your age!
And then Astra. Well, you see, this is why I'm older. I am also the brightest of my age. They are very young.
They are very young.
It's easy to be bright at their age. There's not much competition.
Corazon.
I will punch them.
Bring it over here.
You did it. You did it.
She kisses me again and again until a miserable groan from the floor pulls us out of the moment.
Here's a question. Again, does she turn you around or does she grab you with her arms with your back against her chest and spin you around?
Don't worry, we have immediately discovered unlocked skill, contortionist. We've got
her
it.
nose buried in your MC's hair, or if they don't have hair, into their, neck, right? And just spinning them around, their legs flailing out forward because they can't see her because she's behind them and she's spinning them.
And then she stops. And then she just... and
can't really get to the front of your face very well because, again, your back and shoulders are pressed against her chest.
I just love the fact that she was immediately like, and now it's time to calibrate your apprentice.
Calibrate your apprentice. It's very important.
Yeet your apprentice.
Okay.
God.
Just okay. Okay, so we haven't talked about that for a little while, but so there's this thing where someone asked at one point and they're like, hey, why do kids love to be spun around so much?
Or
right?
also, like, why are kids also so freaking hyperactive? Like, why do they like to be moved, picked up, but it's a part of that.
I would say the one that I'm talking about was specifically, why do kids love to be spun around so much? You pick them up and you spin them around and they're like, yes! And there was a doctor that came in and said, when a child is young, their inner ear is still developing. And the more movement that happens in there in different directions, the better their sense of balance and orientation in their environment is. And someone just came in and they're like, okay, so if I've got this right, it's, basically yeet your child to calibrate them kind of thing. It's just spin them around, throw them through the air, that kind of thing.
It's really funny, actually.
And so basically that. Anyways.
The thing is, so I found an updated version of it, though, where other people were also talking about, okay, so that makes sense, and also why a lot of kids are really hyperactive.
Trying to do absolutely everything, tumbling around and climbing on stuff and doing whatever.
Because they're not getting a lot of attention in that way. So
they're trying to get more movement.
Yep, exactly.
More angles for the inner ear so they can
Pulls
balance.
us out of the moment.
Shoop!
Lucio, whole and human, and crumpled in a heap on the floor.
Oh, he certainly looks like a heap.
The joy on Nadia's face fades for some goddamn reason, especially if she doesn't like him. I think, honestly, she'd still be delighted, but that's okay. Replaced with something hard. Something cold.
Sorry.
I am quite a gesture.
All that is left is you, Luchiu.
A brilliant sword made of white light materializes in her hand, pointed right at Luchio's throat.
She doesn't pull her sword out, she just materializes it again.
Yep, she's
It's
Lieutenant.
fine.
It's okay.
It is time you faced your judgment. He's already dead, according to the canon. You can't kill him again, can you?
You're fine.
Oh, look at that!
Hey, book 20, chapter 1, putting out fires! Here we
they're
go.
putting out the fire.
Start though!
With gasoline. Wait! Don't kill me!
He's already dead.
I'm already dead! I died once! Now I don't even have a body!
Yes. Nadia sighs, lowering her sword to her side.
Why?
I
need to know why.
Because we wrote this chapter, and it was supposed to be a big... You remember how they do that a lot? And they just start ending on this cliffhanger, and then the next one they're like, oh yeah, and then,
Nothing
you're like,
happens.
What?
Like, I was ready for this damn cliffhanger. I needed to see what happened. I kept reading because you had me unbaited on the edge of my seat.
And then went, nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Sword to her side.
I'm not going to kill you, Luchiu.
I just wanted to frighten you. Look, you peed your pants a little.
Already dead. No, Nadia, I need you to pull out your script and read the canon. He's already dead.
He's dead.
Nadia, what? What are you talking about? Everyone else, Monty Python style, pulls their scripts out of their pockets.
No, it says...
Or like, basically like Spaceballs style.
Uh-huh.
Just the Hierophant pulls it out of his robes and you get,
Valerius.
Valerius pulling it out of his robes. Nerd thoughtfully pulls it out of, their clothing.
Well, they do have a little
Sorry.
Corazon. I was about to say, nerd shows up.
Nerd shows up.
I will assist.
I brought I brought the script
Master
as well.
copy.
I have it. And being like, so Nadia, you can see right here, he's already dead. Luchiu, give me that. No, I'm not. Oh my God, I am.
Wow.
When did I die? Corazon, you died back when you died, and you've technically just died again because you lost the body, which is a thing you need to have to be technically alive.
Because living only comes with having... Anyway, it's too technical. Can we please move on in the scene?
Corazon, I doubt you'd understand it.
It's too complex. It's okay. Lucio blinks once, twice, and then stares blankly up at Nadia. Behind her, the Hierophant and Valeria splutter into their wine glasses.
Nope, just sputter, no L.
Well, I still don't understand, though, why they're sputtering at all.
I don't either. Maybe it'll tell us.
Because she wouldn't kill him?
I don't know.
I guess? Okay.
You're not.
You know what my favorite thing about this again is? We're just not dealing with the devil much at all.
Nope.
And again, Valdemar's gone.
I say also we haven't dealt with the claws and red. Who's the other courtier?
Oh, Volgora. Thank
you.
I was like, what? Angry Short Ward 1. Volgora?
Yeah, Volgora.
Yeah, I know.
Volgora is next in line.
Yeah, Volgora's gone.
And we need to... Okay, so I appreciate Drakonishi that you mentioned. I look at Valdemar in every route. I have not seen Valdemar in this route.
I think we've seen them once, but that was literally like...
Have we? Or was it just in the prologue? Which prologue doesn't guarantee isn't in this route, actually.
Oh.
Because prologue precedes every route.
Shit.
I don't think we have seen them at all in this route.
I don't know. That might be right.
Like, if anyone else remembers that has watched this,
Because
up
this
to
has been
point,
a while. I'm sorry. This has been so many hours. 97 episodes or whatever the hell this is right now.
at about 30 minutes apiece.
Yeah, this is a lot.
So, if any of you do remember, I would appreciate it if you, like, you don't need to go back and check or anything.
Like,
but if
oh
you
my
just
god,
happen to
please,
remember,
that's so much time.
feel free to let us know, because I don't think they've been in this route.
I don't think so either, weirdly enough. I think they've been mentioned, at least.
No. What good would it do me? You're not worth the effort. You mean you're already dead?
Like, that's all that matters.
No. One of the
No,
deals.
no, the effort. No, you're already...
See, what you need to understand was when the Hierophant says it would undo all the deals after the first one, one of those deals is the one that killed Lucio, so he's no longer dead. Because it was a death deal, and so it's undealed.
Well, I'm really excited to draw a death dealer.
You're not worth the effort.
The shock on Lucio's face quickly turns to indignant disbelief.
I love him being like, I will argue with absolutely anything. I will literally play devil's advocate to all things.
It also just...
You're not worth trying to kill. Yes, I am.
Which is exactly what he says.
Uh-huh. Yes, I am. I'm worth the effort. I'm the best.
Which honestly, though, sounds very much like a petulant sort of like child going, I don't know what to do if I'm not the center of attention or a part of everything. Which also sounds like deep, profound loss of self.
It also sounds very much like something in the old Looney Tunes, where you would have, like, frequently with Bugs Bunny, turning the conversation around, sort of like when somebody's like, with like
Elmer Fudd or
I'm
or
going
Daffy.
to kill you, but instead it's like eventually, you
Duck
end up
season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, rabbit season, duck season. Yeah, and they did that.
That one. And basically that's it with Lucio of going, you have no sense of taste. Yes, I do. You wouldn't want to die if someone told you to. Yes, I would.
Right.
I bet you couldn't kill yourself if someone hired you to. You're so bad at it.
What? Yes, I could.
Watch me.
It's like just a contrarian for the sake of also being a Again, like, I don't understand. Like, I like the concept of Lucio, but like, I keep being confused going, what I hear, how people describe him, is not what he appears to be. Which might be sort of the thing. Again, we've talked about that, where sometimes when you're around your abuser and you go, oh my god, this is this horrible thing, blah, 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 whatever, and everybody's basically in on it because they've all been fed the lie and they all believe it. And you have one person who's completely untouched by any of it and comes in and goes, you are really pathetic.
I just don't even see any of this.
And they go, what? And you're like, they literally just did this thing, and you actually like lay it out for them, and they get really confused. You just watch people just go, oh my god, you're right.
The best at being the worst, perhaps.
Perhaps. Yes. Are you sure you don't want to kill him?
I will kill him. I must have... Oh, I can't kill him. He's already dead.
Corazon, this is a dumb conversation.
Another Nadia walks in from off screen going, hi, I'm the stunt double, and you can't kill him. He's already dead.
It's okay. He's already dead. Anyway, we're gonna make this seem like it's more dramatic. Again, like we have more power than we do.
I will admit, I considered it. But what good would it do me? It wouldn't erase the past. For years I tried to live with him, even as he was sucking all the air out of the room. He thrives off the adversity. He craves the eyes and adoration of everyone, which we have, center of attention.
But it's also, like, he seems to crave any kind of attention, not just eyes and adoration, but specifically about just as long as you're looking.
Lucio is the good, all publicity is good publicity.
Yes, and also probably in that vein if people go, you're peak attention whore. Sort of
and
like,
going, I hate you, and if you hate me, you're putting your attention on me.
Great! Tell me about how much you hate me.
Oh my god, I hate you so much. I can't think about anything but you.
Like, he would be really, really great as a queen.
Also, I'm just like, dear Nadia, I'm amazed that he's letting you get through this monologue. He's interrupted you so many times.
Yeah, he really has.
But most of all, he craves validation, which is what I wanted to give him when I tried to, when I originally got with him. And I thought I would succeed because, I could change him. I could be the thing he needs.
I could fix him.
I'll fix him.
Lucio reels back a little as if struck, a blush coloring his cheeks.
Oh dear. We care. Why would we describe this? Why do we care if he's blushing?
I don't know.
I will not give it. Not in life.
Yay!
And certainly not in death.
Yeah! Sorry, that was the thing I was celebrating, because I finally looked down and I saw it and I said, non-dead. I was like, yes!
I was
He
saying
acknowledged that he's actually
that
just
he
dead.
is actually dead. Thank you. Because, yes,
He's just dead.
he's already dead, yes. And I'm not going to validate you by giving you whatever you want. Attention is power to a man like this. So I am taking my power back.
Nadia closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and then sheaths her sword.
She sheathes it all the time, but then she pulls it out of the air. How many are in that sheath now? Keeps shoving another one in there, and then pulling a new one out of the air, then shoving another one in the sheath, and pulling a new one out of the air.
You know, it's a little sheath of holding.
I
The whole sword goes in, though. So, like, folds up, whoop,
right,
goes
and
in.
and you just, like, at one point, Corazon just comes over and just pulls, like, 17 swords out of there.
Looking for one specific,
Like
sword going.
I want the one made of white light. Not the one made of
blue light. Yeah.
Or yellow or golden light. Yes, not the scimitar.
Right.
Corazon, no, I need a specific sword.
Which one is it?
Sheathes her sword. Oh, that was you.
That was me, thank you.
Get the hell out of my sight. Dear, the hell isn't in your sight yet. You're trying to find it. You're trying to disempower it, actually. Oh, come on, Naughty. You don't mean that. Oh, yes, I do. You are henceforth banished from Vesuvia and all affiliated towns. If he's dead, he can't go to any of those towns,
Wait,
Nadia.
What?
Hang on. Are you
I thought you had it right.
Hang
For
on,
5 seconds, he's dead.
Nadia, how is he going to go back to the real world without a body? Unless, again, is one of the deals that he made after the first one something that took his body away, and so that deal was undone, and he's got his regular, normal body back?
Question mark?
But we haven't talked about that?
I'm confusion.
He really shouldn't have a body based on this. And so that equals dead. Which right now, Corazon is in a state of temporary dead. Except for they now have a body, which I assume has materialized in the real world, question mark?
I hope so, because again, like, when you have... So if you have no fixed space, basically, in an dimensional 12th dimension space, where does that put your body if you were,
Question. If we imagine that Astra's doing what Nadia asked him to do, right? And he's being really successful at it, right? Then we can also imagine that he sent Lucio here, even if Lucio thought it was his own idea, right?
Right.
And so Astra knows where Lucio's body is and is watching it while he's in the other plane.
Right.
And then suddenly it turns into Corazon.
Okay, so you would know whether or not you won. I don't know.
And so Astra can see the transformation and the commuting of but one body to another.
And since Astra is only talking to Nadia knows what's going on, question mark?
I mean, we said it, we got it back, so in
Anyway.
If I hear of you in my lands again, even though you can't get
literally go back, you are
just
a spirit.
I will lock you away for the rest of your miserable little life. Does the Countess have the power to remove the Count? This is an interesting political question.
I mean, the thing is
that
she's actually going to use her royal power. So remember how I actually said that, technically speaking,
he's dead?
He's dead. And 2, she's royalty?
Uh-huh.
So wouldn't that make her higher than him?
But he's a Count. He's royalty, too. Count and Countess.
No. But she has the position now, but she could actually basically request, like, she could say this, and her family would go, since you're a part of the family, we will totally agree with you.
So I was going to say,
it's like
is her power greater than his politically, and can she proverbially dethrone him?
I think she might be able. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I've been lost about this ruling structure for a long time, because they seem to treat her more like a queen than a countess. And I don't even know.
All right, I will lock you away for the rest of your miserable little life. You will wither away in obsolescence. Everyone will forget your name. I will erase you, but I will only do that if you show your face here. If you don't show your face here, you can stay known to everyone.
Again, he's dead. Anyway, moving on.
It's fine. You can't do this to me. I'm the Count. Not anymore. You have until the count of 10. Oh, sorry.
Corazon, what are you even what are you threatening him with?
Right? What are we? Get out of my city. He's not in your city. You're in the astral realm.
I was going to say, you're in the Hierophant's realm, and at this point you would be like, I would banish you if you'd ever make an attempt to come back. So I'm going to look to the Arcana and request that basically they lock you here somehow.
Also, weirdly, get out of my realm. Hierophant, excuse me? Excuse me, this is not your city.
Hilarious.
Valerius, So remember when I didn't know where I was? I think you've forgotten where you are.
Question.
Dear,
hang on.
Corazon quietly. Pap. Nadia, this isn't your city.
Honestly, sometimes I think that if Valerius wasn't so caught up in his own shit, based on what I've seen so far, Valerius and Corazon would actually get along pretty well.
They probably would.
Probably better, honestly, than with Nadia.
Honestly.
Because my brain is just like, I can't. But the only, because, it's fine, go ahead.
On the other hand, I mean, and it might work out better because Valerius doesn't claim he wants to be in charge.
Yes.
So he kind of knows what he wants to do with his time, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. How dare one? I'm two. Fine!
Before Nadia can speak again, Lucio scampers away with his tail between his legs, disappearing out the front doors.
I thought we said he was a regular man. How does he have a tail between his legs? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's a metaphor.
It just sounds so good since he's had a tail before.
Anyway, we're going to see his tail in the
next one.
Yay! So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos. Please interact. It actually does a lot with us and for us in regards to the YouTube algorithm.
Yes.
Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi, Patreon, and our Twitch.
Woo!
We have some links in the description down below, and we would love to see you at those locations. And I have been Scandal!
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!